Umatilla, Florida has a rich history that spans back over 100 years. It was founded in 1856. The Collins Building, which was built in 1912, over the years has been a hotel, apartment building, and the home to several restaurants. Shannon Kane shares with us one of her most memorable experiences in this historic building.
It was in probably the early 90s, I think, that it was Buffalo's, and that was kind of a short-lived thing. But I was in there one evening and had gone to the ladies' room and was in the ladies' room and gone, there are two stalls. I had gone in one and there was no one else in the restroom with me. Right. And I hear the door open to the other stall, and of course it startled me. I hadn't heard anyone come inside. So I did the whole look under the stall to see if there was anyone in there. There was no one in there with me, and it was very eerie and odd.
Now, the home of Beef O'Brady's, the popular ghost of a young woman continues to play her mischievous pranks on patrons.
My name is Emily Sanders. I'm a server at Beef O'Brady's, and we are in the original Collins Building in Umatilla, Florida. Back in when it was Stana's, we've always heard stories about it because it was set up different than how it is now. We've always heard stories about the fryers and going over. We've always heard about a woman's laughter, especially in the women's restroom. I moved into the building about a couple months before I started here. Whenever I moved in, I'd heard the stories about Elizabeth, the ghost who had hung herself in the apartment that I happen to live in. I'm very respectful of her, so she doesn't really bother us or anything in the apartment. We have seen stuff down here in Beef O'Brady's more than we have upstairs. We've seen shadows, we've had gusts of wind, doors randomly opening, closing, fryers turning on, timers turning on. We've had stuff fall over, ketchup bottles come out of the baskets. But at first I really wasn't a believer. And then once I started working here and seeing more stuff, I became a believer. And when I first heard about her being in the apartment that I live in, I thought, you know, if it's true, I'll be nice to her. She'll be nice to me, be no big deal. Experienced a couple things, like the bedroom door will randomly shut whenever I leave the room and I didn't shut the door, it'd be wide open. There was another time where I have a big box up in the closet above the shelf. And when I was in the shower, it somehow got moved out of the closet and around the corner in the middle of the floor. The cemetery in Umatilla has been, you know, really haunted or whatever, and I went there and took pictures and stuff, but nothing like this place. Definitely open your mind up and believe, because it's real. They're here and they're not going anywhere.
I'm Jeff Bankson, the team manager for the Beyond Investigators. We are a science-based team. We always walk in with a skeptical mind first, and we try to prove that something is actually going on. We always walk in first thinking nothing's going on, and we try to prove that it is something normal and not paranormal. We're at Beef O'Brady's restaurant in Umatilla, Florida. The things that have happened around here, supposedly there's a ghost named Elizabeth who hung herself here back in the early 1900s. Her husband, again, allegedly went to the Ocala forest to go hunting. He never returned. She was distraught and hung herself in this building. Since I've been here this evening, I also found out from the manager that there was a 5-year-old boy that died in the elevator. We actually did take the elevator, me and the maintenance person, and we got in, and there were no lights. It was a little creepy. No one actually used the elevator, from what I understand, because it's so slow, and it's just, I don't know, they feel like it is haunted. But he got in, I saw him push number 3 to go up. We were on floor 2, and it went down to floor 1. Opened up, and we were both kind of amazed. We didn't feel it go up or down, but here we are, we're on floor 1 when we were trying to go on 3, so. We were walking around upstairs, I thought maybe I saw a shadow, but again, I'm skeptical first, so I wouldn't, you know, my opinions are based on the science more than anything. We want to see it on tape, we want to hear it on audio, you know, see it on the computer in a WAV file form before we say yes or no. We got infrared cameras that we use in total darkness to try to pick up different things. We have things that you use in everyday life, like electricians use electromagnetic tools to find like electromagnetic fields in the walls for like electricity. We use those types of tools that weren't made for this type of work, but we actually incorporate them into our realm. We use the standard video camera that your mom and dad would have videotaped you when you were 5 at your birthday party. We use a typical audio cassette player, and we found a lot of times that you get voice phenomena, EVP, electronic voice phenomena, will come across on our audio files. That one proof of that is we were at an investigation. There was 5 guys at the investigation, and a woman's voice came across that tape. What we always like to say is be careful trying to open that door, because it's a door you can't close a lot of times. We do this as a hobby professionally. We don't get paid for what we do because it's our passion to help people. So what I would tell people is call someone that has done this in the past. Don't just run out there and grab a Ouija board or, you know, start having seances or anything weird like that, because again, you open a door that you just might not be able to close.
No. There's something else. Before you say
Background noise,
there's something else.
Yeah, I
But to be able to listen to it, I will have to go to a doctor and bring it up.
When I was young, I've seen things my whole life. I see dead people. I'll tell you one story. I was in my aunt's house up in northern Illinois, and I knew that the upstairs was haunted. I could feel it. There was no question. There was something going on up there. My brother and my cousin coaxed me into going just to the bottom of the stairs. They slammed the door shut behind me. I couldn't get out. They were trying to open the door frantically, but the door was jammed shut. And I felt something coming down the stairs after me, and there was no question. I was screaming bloody murder, and the door finally opened up, and it was right then and there. I knew there was something going on there. But I've always seen things my whole life, so yeah. I see dead people. I do. I see spirits, I see shadows. I mean, it's weird, and it's weird to be me. I think it's a gift, more than anything, because again, I have a discernment with this. I can tell if it's good or bad. Always have been able to. We are going to try to make contact with the spirits that are here. I've heard that there's one malevolent spirit, and he's in charge of all the rest of the spirits that are lesser than he is. I'm gonna say it's him because that's what they said.
So he's the bully?
I'm thinking he's the bully, and there's 20 or 30 other spirits here that I've heard from the management, and they've had many experiences. So that's exactly what we're gonna try to do, is we're gonna try to make contact and see what's here and prove that something is or is not here.
My name's Nate Vincent. I'm here at Beef O'Brady's, Umatilla. At least I'm manager here at nights, and just doing a little close-up work, and kind of the routine we do. I always kind of switch over to like a big band, 20s, 30s kind of music. Well, originally, usually I close it at night. As soon as I hit the alarm button, I'll start walking out. It gives me 60 seconds to get out the door, and usually I get in the middle hallway there, and on occasion I'll hear this almost identical to like a big band era, 20s, 30s music, and only thing I could do was just kind of replicate that and just kind of like a good vibe. It just kind of makes the whole thing have a good vibe instead of any kind of like negative feelings or anything like that.
This is like the exact music that we hear. Like we'll hear it all around in here, and we'll hear this music. So
This is the kind of music, but you didn't play this music.
no, like we'll already be closed, hit the button to go home, and we'll be like leaving after we hit the alarm, and we'll hear music coming from like right in here, and it's always this kind of music, like the finger point music.
Even with the videos at night, when I do my closing stuff, I see lights and strange little objects floating past the cameras that I can't explain, and not insects and not anything else in the room, so it should be interesting to find something.
All right, we need to know if there's somebody here with us in this bathroom right now. Okay, I need to know if what's been happening is electrical or is it you. To me, it's electrical. Not you. Okay. You want to do that again, please? Can you do that again, please? You just complained because I said it was all electrical. You see, that what happened there was not electrical. See the difference? Okay, you want to do it again? Yo, we're friendly. We're really friendly people. We just want to know more about your history and you. Is there anyone else besides Elizabeth here? Okay. Seems like there's someone else. Okay, so you are not Elizabeth, are you? How many entities are here now with us? Two. Yes. So there's a man and also there's a woman. Are you a couple? And we'll be here in another time and we'll do this again. Is there anything that you want to tell us before we go?
We'll see. That's what I think. We'll see.
That's what I got too. Okay. We're gonna say. I'm gonna say. I don't know if any other thing is coming back, but by us right now for me, I'm gonna say goodbye.
Thank you.
And thank you. Can I get a goodbye from you and the lady? I'm sorry, I didn't understand that. Can I get a goodbye from you guys? No goodbyes. No hasta luego.
How about a farewell?
Yeah, depending on the year that you live.
It's all goodbye.
Alright. That's why I was saying goodbye. Alright, thank you. Thank you again.
The Beyond investigators have decided that although our findings are inconclusive at this time, our feeling is that we need to investigate these two locations again. My personal feeling of cobwebs at the Umatilla Cemetery is a rare feeling for me. The Beef O'Brady site offered some interesting voices on tape at the end of the night. Like many other historic sites we have visited, these two have us wanting to come back for more.
We hope you've enjoyed this Halloween special. If you'd like to find out more information on haunted places around Leesburg, go to hauntedplaces.org. Until next time, I'm Christy Bell Bolick.